हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
एक दिन में कितना भी बड़े थे बड़ा मल्टी मिलियनर, लेकिन आप जैसा रिचेस्ट हो नहीं सकता। इतना रिचेस्ट बनने का साधन क्या है? बहुत छोटा सा साधन है। लोग रिचेस्ट बनने के लिए कितनी मेहनत करते हैं और आप कितना सहज माला माल बनते जानते हो ना। साधन सिर्फ छोटी सी बिंदी लगानी है बस। बिंदी लगाई, कमाई हुई। आत्मा भी बिंदी, बाप भी बिंदी, और ड्रामा फुल स्टॉप लगाना वो भी बिंदी है। बिंदी आत्मा को याद किया, कमाई बढ़े। वैसे लौकिक में भी देखो, बिंदी से ही संख्या बढ़ती है। एक 11 बिंदी लगाओ तो क्या हो जाता? 10। 2 बिंदी लगाओ, 3 बिंदी लगाओ, 4 बिंदी लगाओ, बढ़ता जाता। तो आपका साधन कितना सहज है। मेरे आत्माओं को ये स्मृति की बिंदी लगाना, अर्थात खजाना जमा होना। फिर बिंदी लगाओ और खजाना जमा। कर्म में, संपर्क में ड्रामा का फुल स्टॉप लगाओ, भीति को फुल स्टॉप, और खजाना बढ़ जाए। तो बताओ सारे दिन में कितने बार बिंदी लगाते हैं ना। और बिंदी लगाना कितना सहज है। मुश्किल है क्या? है मुश्किल? टीचर्स मुश्किल है नहीं ना, कि बिंदी फिसल जाती है।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे। रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars, to be loving and then become detached, to step away when you see someone's nature and sanskars is also a trace of dislike or anger. The royal words are, "It is better to step away than to spoil my stage because of this." However, to become detached is one thing, and to step away is something else. To be loving and then become detached is right. But when there is dislike in a subtle way, such as, "This one is like this and never changes," you are then cursing them forever in a subtle way. Remain safe, but don't give someone a final certificate in this way. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today is day 22. Perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. Today's topic, to be loving and then become detached. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. If you are loving and not detached, there will be lot of suffering, lot of sorrow. So just be loving and then detach also. Whatever Baba says, when we start practicing, then we realize what is the accurate or right method. Like since I've heard about earning income just by using 1 point or 10, and I had been kind of saying that in what way, let's say when I'm using the point of soul consciousness, just look at everyone as a soul and how lot of wasteful thoughts which could arise if I don't see that one as a soul. So I look at soul, a point, and then part of everyone is drama. Baba, you are the one who will give me power, or Baba is the remembering Baba. What time, in what way, and then what we attain. And Baba is saying that keep whole day. You think as much is necessary. It's not you don't think, because you have to think. But unnecessarily thinking, excessive thinking, or keep thinking, definitely is waste of lot of energy of mind, could be of words also. So if you want to save energy, remain powerful, and always have elevated thoughts. Because stop is a very, very big value in life. Stop it. You don't need to think further. So I like that point, and I had been kind of practicing, and today again we revised, so you should keep practicing that. Now this will make you lovely and detached, because you're not unnecessarily thinking. And then we should always remember how God's relationship started with me. Did Baba get detached first or lovely? Baba was very lovely all the time, whether he was in the Brahma Baba or Avyak Bab Dada, but was very lovely. These things are not learned just by listening, but we just remember immediately, how did Baba started with me? So much love of Baba, lot of love of Baba. And we saw with Dadis, when Dadi Janki comes here, she gives so much, she used to keep giving. When it's time to go, then she won't even turn around. Goodbye, right? And she always used to say, wherever I am, as long as I am, I belong to that place. And once it's time to go, it's now next. So it's a very beautiful practice. But then there is possibility of what Baba is saying, that to be loving and then become detached. To step away when you see someone's nature and sanskars is also a trace of dislike or anger. And people are angry, they don't look at you right. The royal words for this are, it is better to keep away than to spoil my stage. Because of this, however, to become detached is one thing, and to step away is something else. To be loving and then someone, so leaving and then become detached is right. But when there is dislike in a subtle way, such as this one is like this and will never change, never changes. Baba says that you are then cursing them forever in a subtle way. Remain safe, but don't give someone a final certificate in this way. To say that this one will never change is like a final certificate. Everyone changes with the time, everyone. Some changes with love, some with circumstances, some realizations come. Sometimes circumstances force them to change. Many habits or many things of sanskars. But we should say everyone changes with the time. So I'm not expecting that change just in a day, but I know that it's going to happen. Because deep within every soul wants to progress, wants to be elevated, wants to be perfect. I also like when Baba said, you should see your own perfection. That's something interesting. Perfection, in other words, is 100% quality. I have patience, I kept patience, but after sometimes lost patience, said I can't do anymore. You're not perfect, right? But if I continue until end and maintain that patience, then I will reveal Baba, and also I see my stage of perfection. any weakness or any vice, even anger, somebody keeps saying it, you are loving, loving, and then finally you give up, right? So you can't tolerate anymore. So this is how drama, scenes of drama, situations, different souls, they accurately play part where you can see your stage of perfection. If I say this one shouldn't do like that, how will I know my power? How will I know that how I am able to play part? So souls will play part, and drama is actually helping us to look at my stage complete, my stage perfect or not. So this way at least you can love everyone, and also you can be very detached. Every scene of drama is a learning, making us strong or perfect in a way, right? So it's a very beautiful that am I detached or am I keeping myself aside? It's a good point for churning, inculcation, and becoming embodiment. Om Shanti.
Hello, Didi. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, hello.
Oh, you're amazing. I appreciate your consistency, and once again that you're back in the fold, and everybody keeps singing your praises, and you're very stable in that. And I've seen your stability even when there's been defamation, that you really do have that equality. Is it when people are praising you like that, and I feel now there's so much praise of you, do you feel it's their way of showing you their love?
But I am detached because I know that's what I am.
But you see this.
I am detached not because I feel what they're saying is right. So, because I feel inside, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes. So that makes me very, very stable and detached. But if I doubt, like someone said, oh, she had been always like that. And that's why when people say, oh, you do this, I am what I am, I just want to stay that way. So one can be detached and stable also.
I like this when you say that, and I'm going to ask you about it. That's what I am. In other words, that for you, it was almost like as if there's never been a doubt. And so when they say it, it's not again with arrogance or pride. Well, I am that, so you should be saying it. And then you mentioned last night where someone had said that they had fear of you. Some have said that they have had fear of you. And evidently, if they're telling you that now, it means they no longer have fear. And so did they change? Or was it something in you that transmitted to them that they didn't need to have fear? Did they change? Or was it your vision on them that helped them to change?
This is more question for others to answer. But I think it's the fear is only it's kind of self-doubt, Am I right? Should I ask or not ask? But as soon as people come to know and come closer, they find that it's not true, that there needs to be any.
Right. And maybe this thing of why I'm asking again about love, that there's always been the respect. It's impossible for there not to have been respect for who you are and the role that you play in relation, even before you have your current seat. So that the respect and the regard was there. It's almost a little bit like, you know, your loving and detached thing, but now that there's that genuine love, do you acknowledge that? And they're trying to transmit that to you by telling you of your qualities, that they feel free. They feel free to share that with you.
You ever had fear from me?
No, Mohini Ben. Did you ever feel I had fear? No, I never had fear.
So
You wouldn't have taken me traveling with you if I did, I'm sure.
someone said nicely that when we come to center, there is a principal, then there is a professor, then there is a student, and you have all three characters. We know now we are going to meet a principal, and
Okay.
then we are going to meet a professor, more friendly, then a student, more friendly, you know. So it depends, I don't know, but yeah, sometimes I am like not very showing those emotions, and you know, some people like to come to too close in the sense of bodily, emotional, and that I just like to keep my aura of divinity, purity, and not anyone, you know, touch that, you know. So maybe that makes them like, should we come closer or not? And
Yeah.
but
Um,
definitely,
you know,
love and care is always there.
yeah, you had this little discussion last night about, Eric was asking about the, what you put together with
Sweetness.
sweetness, right? And so that aspect of the sweetness, but when the sweetness becomes stickiness, then you don't want to have anything to do with it. But I think the two things and what you were saying, definitely sweetness and honesty, and also sweetness. And I think this might be your quality, sweetness and coolness.
Mhm.
That there's a coolness and also a sweetness. And so it's true, you're not effusive, you're not like that. You're not demonstrative in that way, that it's a more subtle, type of thing.
Some people, like, they express their enthusiasm, you know, the way they come. So I think Ramprakash is listening. I saw him in the window. He always says, as soon as I come, I just become very, very cool, and no, because he comes with a lot of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm,
So
yes.
but it doesn't reduces. He's there. Ramprakash can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sister Mohini, whenever I come with enthusiasm, I feel a big wall in front of me. Say, cool down. Just so I get stopped in my tracks. But then after some time, when I wait for her, then she will bring the same thing in front of the class. Then I know, oh, she liked it, but she wanted me to just curb my enthusiasm. So
Yes.
so I learned how to, do it. Keep coming back again and again with the right time. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have, what about fear?
Fear, I think fear of love. I think when you love somebody and respect, I call that fear is more filled with the, like, I don't want somebody like letting down, or feel that my trust, which I find, somehow I felt uh, trust coming from you more than I trusted myself. So I'm always afraid of not losing that trust.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
so that is where my like it's like a loving love for fear, if you could call it that.
That's very
So,
nice. Very nice. Didi, you want to speak to that? That's interesting, because I wouldn't have thought of it in that way. But yeah, the fear connected with, not living up to the love that you have, or that you feel the other has for you.
Internally, you want your worth to remain, and you don't want anyone to see you in a way that you don't get that worth, not seen with that vision. So very subtle fear in everyone mostly is that my opinion shouldn't change about anyone. So that means if I have think that you are very serviceable child, or you are very, one of the quality. So you don't want me to lose that, seeing that quality in you. It's really something more self-trust and self-respect, and that I should see that person. It could be with anyone. I should see that person with that love, with that speciality, with that value. So
Mm-hmm.
very subtle, that fear. Like Baba said, no, that some come and tell their weaknesses, and others don't tell, because if they tell Baba, Baba might lose that respect for them.
Right.
But some will just go and say, Baba, I did this, I shouldn't
Right.
have. So there is no fear.
Yeah.
But some have fear of that Baba might not see me now that way, so that's subtle.
Wow. As regards the blessing, and Baba saying not to give a final certificate to anyone. On the one hand, you're saying, I am that, what were the words you used? That's what I am. And so I'm sure many other people also have that consciousness, that's what I am, but not necessarily in a powerful way. And that, well, that's how I am. And so I'm not going to change. Never mind whether we give a certificate to someone else or not. But what about for one's own self? What has been your experience in all these years? Do sanskars really change? They might get modulated or modified, but do they really change?
I think that if we are reaching to our eternal stage and original stage, so sanskars are molding, changing.
Yes.
And so definitely, means I would say that before knowledge, or even when I began, yeah, there were very good sanskars, but then sanskars are also becoming more pure sanskars, elevated sanskar. I mean, whatever qualities we had, but now it's becoming 100%, no? Because that's the perfection. So that means transformation is happening, not negative, positive, but positive, positive, That's how
Yeah.
we had qualities, but now they are very refined, and they are very broader, and, it's more present in us than before. That
Yeah.
means we always had love, but now our love is on a larger, unlimited way.
Yeah. Because you
So,
can see the incremental changes, but say even in handling and dealing with people, surely you have to take something of their sanskars into consideration. It's not that you're putting a stamp on them, but there has to be an awareness of, whether they're super sensitive or they're not clear or whatever it is. You have to make allowances for that.
I think that we all change, with the time.
Yeah.
And definitely become wiser and quieter and stable. And so we all change on a higher side, growing more stronger. And yeah, every one of us, we are all changed.
I had, I was going to ask you at the beginning, and then we've gone in a different direction, whether you wanted questions about Gyan or personal dharna or what. But coming to the Gyani thing, and from today's Murli, it was very lovely. Baba said, and I don't remember hearing him actually say it like this before, he said that the Father establishes religion. He didn't say a religion, and it was the English word he used. The Father establishes religion, that I am the servant of all religions. And then he spoke about 3 tubes, and we were wondering which 3 tubes was he talking about?
Brahman, Kshatri, and deity.
Just those 3. Yeah, okay. And wondering how, anything else in relation to that? I was wondering how easy or difficult in the current atmosphere, say in India, it is for Baba's children from Hinduism to let go of their attachment to Hinduism. Is it?
But now it is more Sanatan Dharma. So it's really very easy. When Baba also said, Murli, no, we are Adi Sanatan, deity religion. They don't know that we were deities, but they use the word Sanatan. And Sanatan means ancient religion.
Ancient, yeah.
So I think when Baba comes, when he says a religion, it is Sanatan Dharma, because he establishes, and that becomes Sanatan. I mean,
but ultimately, you know, you could say that he's the seed, and that, okay, that's what he establishes directly, but at some level, you know, everything is connected to the trunk, so they're all part of the same thing at one level.
See what happens
He
sometimes.
establishes religion.
Sometimes some people say there is no Hindu religion. That people can't accept, no?
I was
But
at it today.
if we explain a little bit on Sanatan Dharma, that is most ancient, and we all belong to that religion. And that's what they say even in Middle East now. A lot of people are talking about Sanatan Dharma.
Oh, interesting.
In Indonesia, in many countries in the East, even the pictures they have, like you go to Bali, Indonesia, some of the countries, their pictures, their temples, statues, they have a lot of similarity with deities.
Right.
I think that just to say that everyone, there is this quality of divinity, but it was, if there is like 100%, it lasts whole kalpa. If it is less, then it reduces, and in the end, it's not visible. But I don't know, I always connected with divinity since childhood. I always saw, like I said, no, I am from divine, my roots are in divine, I am divine. I always felt it. So there might be many. You know, that means when you have 100%, then until the end of Kalpa, you will have that feeling of divinity. You know, I understood divinity more than purity. Purity word was not that much known, but divinity was. And when I am with deities, feeling of belonging, we are one family with Sri Krishna and all of them, you know, Radha. And so I think that Sanatan is a profound word.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe
Baba said, but we don't call deities because we are becoming deities. We are not.
Yeah. But as I say, it can be easier. You know, I don't know how many of Baba's children still identify as Hindu, and not for the purpose of, you know, a census or something like that. Whereas other religions wouldn't necessarily, who are Brahmins, wouldn't. I mean, I don't think of myself as a Christian or have any attachment to that, even though I have a lot of background in it and was a thorough upbringing in it. And so I was just thinking that the wave today of Hindu nationalism, etc., that might so it might be harder for people becoming Brahmins today in India to break away from that identity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Baba was very clear.
No, sometimes some people in some states, there was a wave, but now it's basically Sanatan Dharma. So I think that it's changing, it's little different. And they're not seeing as a Hindu state, but they also want Sanatan Dharma not to disappear or fade. So
I get that. I get that in terms of the general population, but Brahmins.
I don't Brahmins. I mean, I didn't see any influence or conversation. This time we had in each group there were about 900 devil foreigners. They were enjoying. They were happy, and they were
I'm
not.
thinking more of people who are starting their journey now, not the old Brahmins, because they're clear. Just sort of wondering about that. And Baba, I love that thing. Baba says, I'm the servant of all religions. Because again, it's all the one tree, isn't it?
It's all his children, no?
All his children.
All the branches, seed will not connect. Seed will remain.
I don't know how we're doing for time. I think we're over time.
You have
I'll ask you about, to do with signals. It was something came in Fridays, Murli, and Baba said that this study is that of just a signal. And the feeling that maybe the last test will be of just a signal. And I would imagine you have a lot to say about signals, and there's a lot I would like to ask you about it, but maybe the next time.
Yeah, that will be good.
Right, okay. So next Monday, signals.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Didi, as always. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में। फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी। शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको। श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी। बच्चों प्यारे बच्चों।
बाबा कहेगा वो तो ठीक हो जाएगा, मगर आप अपने लिए भी तो सोचो। इसलिए सोम के बाद संबंध है। पहले सो है, मैं व्यक्ति, फिर संबंध है, फिर सेवा है। तीनों का सिस्टम है ना। इसलिए बाबा ने एक मुरली में बाबा ने कहा खास कि जहां सेवा में संबंधों में कठिनाई पैदा हो तो भले सेवा को भी आप पीछे रखो। बाबा ने क्यों कहा, क्यों कहना पड़ा? फर्स्ट को रखो ना। मेरे जहां रिलेशन मेरे ठीक ना बिगड़ते हैं और हम सेवा को इंपॉर्टेंस दें में, नो। क्योंकि सेवा जो भी है, चाहे अलौकिक है चाहे लौकिक, सेवा तो विनाशी है, परिवर्तनशील है। मगर संबंधों तो हम सारे कल्प में चलते हैं। आज हम अलौकिक सेवा में भी हैं। संगम युग में अलौकिक सेवा, सतयुग में अलौकिक सेवा होगी, संबंध होंगे। जो चीज ज्यादा है उनको इंपॉर्टेंस पहले देनी चाहिए। रिलेशन को पहले क्या है, फैमिली में पहले क्या है, मेरी बात मानी जाए या ना मानी जाए, दिस इज सेकेंडरी। फर्स्ट इज रिलेशन। मेरे संबंध ठीक रहने चाहिए। बात आई गई, बात तो कोई मानी को हो चलेगी, फिर क्या हुआ, कुछ नहीं, फिर फर्क नहीं पड़ता। इसलिए निमित्त और निर्माण का भाव क्या है कि नहीं, हमने हमारे ये सारी चीजें आएंगी कैसे, पहले मेरे थॉट्स में क्या है, मेरी इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, मैं किसको महत्व देता हूं, मैं किसको वैल्यू देता हूं। फर्स्ट दिस इज माई थॉट्स। मेरा सोच क्या है कि मैंने क्या करना है, मेरे मन में क्या है। रिलेशन फर्स्ट। अगर रिलेशन बिगड़ता है, मुझे कुछ त्याग करना पड़े, कुछ भी करना पड़े, कुछ भी हो, मुझे रिलेशन को बनाए रखना है, अच्छा मीठा बनाए रखना है। दिस इज मेरी सोच है ना, मेरा विचार है ना, मेरी प्रायोरिटी है ना। मजबूरी कुछ नहीं होती है दुनिया में, ये चॉइस होती है, मजबूरी नहीं होती है। जो लोग कहते हैं मैं मजबूरी से ये कर रहा हूं, नहीं, वो इसलिए कर रहा है कि उसको बेटर लगता है, चॉइस है उसकी, मजबूरी नहीं होती कुछ भी। दिस इज माई ओन चॉइस। इसलिए मैंने सोचना है कि मैंने क्या करना है। मैंने अपने घर का रिलेशन ठीक रखना है। अगर रिलेशन ठीक नहीं होंगे तो घर है, वो परिवार है, वो फैमिली है, जीवन है, वो टेंशन है, स्ट्रेस है, वो सारी चीजें बाद में पैदा हो जाती है। फिर वो क्या है, जीवन है। फिर खाना पीना क्या है। मैं कभी कभी कहता हूं कि जिनके हाथ का पका हुआ मैंने खाना है, उनके साथ मेरे रिलेशन कैसे होने चाहिए।
Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. Tomorrow is Tuesday and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Then in the evening 5 to 6 English Avik Muli revision. Together with that in breakout room Avik the Children Muli class 5 to 5:15. 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series and Avik the Journey. Welcome to Avik the Journey. Avik Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 19th of April, 1973. Efforts for revelation. Do you consider yourselves to be the most elevated, multi-million times fortunate souls who are close to Bap-Dada? You easily and naturally develop the virtues of those you remain close to. This is why it is said that you're definitely colored by the company you keep. So you souls who remain constantly close to Bab Dada, that is, in his elevated company, must definitely have virtues and sanskars similar to those of Bab Dada. Do you children who constantly stay in the elevated company experience yourselves to be constantly colored by that color of spirituality? Do you constantly consider yourselves to be the souls who are constantly colored by that spiritual color? Just as a physical color is clearly visible, in the same way the color of Maya cannot remain hidden in those who remain in bad company. Tell me, it is visible, is it not? Yes. Then the spiritual color of those who remain in this elevated company should also be visible to everyone. Anyone who sees you should feel that that soul is colored by the color of spirituality. Does everyone come to know of this now? Or is it still incognito? Is the color of spirituality to remain incognito? When will it be revealed? Will it be revealed at the end? What is the date of this? The final date depends on the revelation of everyone. According to the drama plan, repentance is connected with you elevated souls. As long as souls have not had repentance, they cannot claim the inheritance of going to the land of liberation. This is why the instrument souls will be asked, who are the instruments? All of you are those, are you not? If your perfect stage is not revealed to your own self, how will it be revealed to others? Can you see your perfect stage as elevated? In fact, you all know of the perfect stage in terms of knowledge. But what do you consider yourselves to be? In terms of being very close, you will become equal to the same extent, will you not? So, are you able to see your perfect stage? Who am I? Have you not yet solved this riddle? Have you forgotten your complete stage of what you were a cycle ago? You first of all remind others of the things of 5,000 years ago. When people come for the first time, you ask them if they have met you before. Since you remind others of things of the previous cycle, then those who remind others would definitely remember their own selves, would they not? Is the mirror not clear? When a mirror is clear and powerful, you're able to see things clearly as they really are. Are you the special, most elevated souls not able to see your elevated stage? When you instrument souls are able to have a clear vision of your perfect stage, that is, how much delay there is until destruction. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। बस तू है मेरे पास यहाँ और मैं तेरे पास। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरा मेरा साथ यहाँ सच में कितना सुहाना है। जी भर मिलन मनाने का बस यही ठिकाना है। तेरा मेरा साथ यहाँ सच में कितना सुहाना है। जी भर मिलन मनाने का बस यही ठिकाना है। बरसे मुझ पर निरंतर यहाँ तेरी किरणों का प्रकाश। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरी किरणें मुझको बना रही, तेरे जैसा शक्तिवान बेहद सुकून देता मुझे तेरा दिव्य जहां। तेरी किरणें मुझको बना रही, तेरे जैसा शक्तिवान बेहद सुकून देता मुझे तेरा दिव्य जहां। तुमसे सम्मुख मिलने की यही होती पूरी आस। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा सुखद एहसास। तेरी नगरी में आकर भगवन हो रहा
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.